Milarepa is one of the most famous saints and poets in Tibet, whose tales and lessons are highly revered in Tibetan Buddhism. The legend of Milarepa is a profound narrative of spiritual transformation with elements of tragedy, repentance, and redemption. Milarepa was born in the 11th century in Tibet into an affluent family, and his birth name was Topaga, meaning the one who brings joy. His father was a wealthy man, and the family enjoyed a comfortable life. When Topaga was still young, however, his family became gravely ill and passed away, which left the family to the care of relatives. These greedy family members squandered the family's wealth and subjected Topaga, his mother, and sister to a miserable and abusive life. Overwhelmed by hatred and grief, Topaga's mother urged him to learn black magic to seek revenge for the injustices they had suffered. Following his mother's wishes, Topaga journeyed to learn witchcraft from a powerful sorcerer. Led by this master, he acquired black magic skills and, on his return, used these powers to destroy the village and bring suffering to those who had wronged them. His actions led to deaths of many innocent people, including relatives and neighbors, which filled him with a deep guilt and distress. Tormented by his actions, Topaga wanted redemption and sought spiritual guidance. He first heard of Marpa, a Buddhist master and translator who had studied with great Indian masters. Topaga went in search of this teacher in the hope of finding peace and forgiveness. On arrival, Topaga introduced himself to Marpa, who, noticing his potential, but also his dark past, agreed to test him fiercely. Marpa put Topaga through severe tests. He ordered him to build several huge stone towers, only to then have him repeatedly tear them down and rebuild them. Every one of these tasks was grueling and physically exhausting, but Topaga endured, hoping that the suffering would be a purging of his sins. After years of dedication and humility, Marpa eventually accepted him as a disciple and gave him the name Milarepa, a name that symbolizes rebirth as a spiritual adept. Milarepa was taught profound meditation and tantric practices. He would spend lengthy periods in seclusion, meditating in mountain caves and suffering under harsh conditions. During his meditation, he was faced with visions of demons and dark forces that tried to divert him from his path. However, through his intense practice, Milarepa changed these obstacles into allies and attained enlightenment. He became renowned for his spiritual mastery and his humble lifestyle, wearing torn clothes and subsisting on little food. His life became the subject of legends. He wrote many dohas, spiritual canticles that express his achievements and teachings. These were profoundly poetic and infused with wisdom about the nature of the human mind and suffering. Milarepa spent his last years roaming Tibet, spreading his knowledge and inspiring disciples to follow the way of compassion and detachment. Milarepa's legend is a striking example of redemption and the chance for spiritual transformation, including for those who have made heavy mistakes. His story is celebrated as a symbol of the captivity for human transformation and how suffering can be a portal to enlightenment when directed toward the path of virtue and self-knowledge. His hymns are still chanted by Tibetan practitioners as a source of inspiration and spiritual guidance.